So first off, state your name,
Miss Young,
alright, and your age.
37.
Alright. The first question is: have you ever lied about being in love with somebody?
Yes.
And what was the reason for lying?
Hmm. Really to fool myself and try to make myself fall in love.
Uh, Alright. The second question is: do you date with a purpose?
Do I date with a purpose? My whole purpose of dating. There's a whole purpose in dating. I
Like, do you just date to have fun, or are you looking for the one?
looking for the one, but
And how long have you?
but I play.
Uh,
Okay,
well, how long have you been looking for the one?
10 years.
10 years. Alright. So like third, like 27.
Yeah.
And that's when most women hit their prime. So like after the prime, you started looking. The third question is: would you cheat on a provider,
Yes,
and why is the reason?
because I'm not a committed person.
So it don't matter, even if he was doing this thing, you'll still cheat on.
Most likely.
Uh, what are your pet peeves and turnoffs when it comes to guys?
Dirty shoes, high, poor hygiene, and a rattling mouth.
So you don't have no type of physical standards or nothing,
Well, physically,
or financial.
oh, if you're not financial, you're not even qualified.
Speaking of qualified, the fifth question is: what is your requirements in a partner?
Um, Honesty, financial stability, because I'm not taking care of no grown man. Um, all qualities,
Uh,
appearance wise. Would that fall under that?
like just when you think of the one, what do you think the one should have?
Being that I'm 37, first of all, he's definitely going to be older than me. So he should be a well established household, know how to manage money, um, and basically can fend for himself without needing assistance, and not just from, from a point of financial assistance, but assistance on how to clean a house.
Mentality wise, do what type of man do you like, as far as mentality and behavior?
Mentality,
Yeah, like you like a timid dude or a more aggressive
and
street type
believe
dude?
it or not, that's a good question because I had them both, and the way I am, I run over them. So, um, but my preference would be somebody that's gonna stand up to me and not just clean let me run over them, even though it's gonna happen anyway. But
Yeah. So no timid type of dude.
none,
Yeah. Have you ever finessed a dude, whether it be for money, time, or attention?
never.
So yeah, you don't play games.
I don't play games.
Yeah.
I'm straight up.
Seven. Have you ever cheated while in a relationship?
Yep.
And what was your reason for cheating, or reason?
There are multiple reasons. Number one, the sex was horrible in a relationship. Um, Number two, they just wasn't quite, standing up to the plate or shall I say, he fell off the plate and kind of started slacking, and his moxie was horrible. Didn't have no get up and go about itself.
So basically, unmotivated.
Unmotivated.
Yeah. Have you ever cheated with somebody that was in a relationship?
I have
And what was
currently.
oh, so like what's your reason? Did you not know when it had started, or what? Like what's the reason?
I knew when it started, and the approach he made, I found him very interesting, and shit happens.
Yeah. So that was the end of it, but I'm gonna ask a few more questions just for the game. Cause I put females into three categories at the end of all my interviews. The categories is emotional, hypergamy. You know what that means?
Break it down.
Hypergamy is like women that like to go up and like they'll leave this man because he didn't have a job, but this dude got a job. Or
Gotcha.
it's like for stature or
Mm-hmm.
stability. And promiscuous women. That's women that just like sex. It sounds like you knew what that meant. So which one do you think you would be placed in?
None.
I don't know. From the interview so far, I'll say you are a promiscuous woman. Because you don't, like you said, you don't really focus on all of the other stuff.
I know.
So I would say promiscuous, but that could change by the end. So, do you test a dude's like? I'm already assuming yes, because you said that you like to run over. So, how do you go about running over them?
Cause because of, and I think it has a lot to do with the way I was raised. Um, I feel like I can do anything for myself.
Yeah,
I'm very independent. I take care of myself. Um, if I ask you to do something and the 3 days later it's not done, the hell with it. I'll do it myself.
yeah,
Um, I I don't like bullshitters. I don't take no shit, and that's just who I am. I mean, that's just the way I was raised.
yeah. In relationships, I notice a lot of females like what they'll do is they'll try their hardest for to get a dude to break up with them, but like they'll do stuff like constantly start arguments or like stuff like that. Do you do that?
No, I don't argue. That's one thing I do not do is argue.
It, but like you never tried to get a dude to break up with you before you break up with him?
No, I break up with him and tell him he gotta go.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty straightforward. But yeah, that's what I noticed a lot of females do that, like start arguments. Especially like if you out of work, that's when it mostly
No,
start.
I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm gonna tell you you got a job and you got a certain time to get a job, and if you can't get a job by then
Yeah. But like when they don't have a job, they spend more time around them, and that's when I notice it
I don't
start
require
happening.
that time.
Yeah, cause it's like they want that time when they busy, like working and working out and doing all their daily business. But when they lose that job and they just sitting there and they didn't came home from work, it's a problem.
It's a big problem.
Yeah. Do you know the difference between the male and female friend zones?
Friend level,
Friend zones.
friend zones.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, where you going with that?
What's the friend zone for you as a female? What do you consider the friend zone?
Being that most of my friends are male, um, I mean, I don't know.
Do your male friend? Do you ever plan on being with one of your male friends?
No.
But you still hang out with them.
I'm the female. I go sit. I'll see you hanging outside, and I'll go over there with my case of Bud Light and hang with
Yeah. But like it's strictly friendship
you.
level.
Strictly friendship.
Now the male friend zone, like that's what I determine a female friend zone to be, but it's really more of a feminine thing because some men do that to females too. But what I say the male friend zone is, the type of male I am is, if I'm smashing a girl but I never plan on giving her a relationship, that's when she's friend zone, or either I'm just not attracted to her so we can be friends or work related because it's a professional environment. So that's the contrast of like the female friend zone is they'll give you that, they'll let you give them attention and time and do stuff like
And
they with you, but they'll never get with you.
I'm not gonna say that I never plan on being with a person, but if I'm playing and I just wanna see what you're working with, that's all it is. I don't think with my, I don't know if this is appropriate for your video.
Oh yeah, you can.
I don't
speak
think
your
with
mind.
my pussy doesn't have feelings for me. I have to really like you to develop feelings.
Hey. For my last question, do you know about imprints?
Imprints?
Yeah.
No, what are imprints?
Um, think about the first guy that you really love, right?
Okay.
Is that what you look for in a partner?
No.
See, what an imprint does is like it. It could be like the first guy who treated you right and gave you your first orgasm, or like just the way he treats you. Some like most females that was raised with a dad, their dad is their imprint. But most females that was raised without a dad, it'll be like their first love, and that's what they look for in a partner.
And
So,
you know what? That can be true because the way I am is the way my father was.
so you would say that your father was your
My
imprint.
father was my imprint.
And thank you for doing the interview. I appreciate it.
No problem.
All right.